Hey y'all, Monk Joseph here with the Broken Buddha. I have a very interesting and unique topic today. We're going to talk about how to use mantras and some basic, we'll call them artifacts, for helping you treat your depression in the moment or in the middle of a slump. And I'm also going to touch briefly on how to convert poison into useful energy, spiritually speaking, because this is a major tip, and they both go together. This is a major point in enlightenment is to become like the peacock. The peacock's feathers are beautiful due to its ability to be able to process poisons. I do not know how the whole process works. Look it up. I'm not a scientist. I just use Western things to correlate to help you understand, help me understand too. So that being said, so many people have commented on my horrible red jacket that I have to make a video because there's a depression technique that I use for this. I actually had this jacket custom made in China, so I laugh every time somebody says something stupid about it. But if you are dealing with depression uh, to the point where you are debilitated, like you can't get up, your only choice is to either not get up or find a way out. When you're in those deep, dark spaces, this jacket, I actually didn't know this when I bought it, but this symbol, you're not going to be able to see it really good, but this symbol right here is for the immortal Shao of the eight Taoist immortals. And actually, I think hold on, look up immortal Shao. It's been a long time, but he is one of the Taoist immortals. Was born super old and then was aged backwards, I think, kind of like Benjamin Button. Again, look it up. But anyway, the point is, he is a deity of longevity in Taoism. So after I found out, I came home. I don't remember when I realized it was a jacket dedicated to the deity of longevity. Um, but when you're at that crossroads with your depression, being able to grab a jacket that is like you can put on and be like, I do want to live. Having stuff like that is cool. So even if it's like a lucky stone, a charm from your parents that you want to keep going on, any type of, that's why I called it an artifact. Anything that you have that you can do and be like, I'm going to use this to prove to myself that I still want to be here. This is like that kind of real heavy stuff that I want you guys to be able to process through by using very simple means. And another way I use this jacket the same way is when I'm going through these times or coming out of them, and now I do it all the time. I do a headstand on the ancient Chinese symbol here. Again, correlating to longevity. So yeah, and what I do is I actually use the back of it, and I figure out where to get my one of my fontanelles or my Bai Wei point right over top of it, and just again, you have to do everything externally to verify your proof of desire to live to yourself sometimes. I mean, it gets really dark. And for those who don't understand watching this, you can just stop or pause, or you don't have to watch this video. But for people that are really suffering, that can't move, that can't function, you know, again, it gives you that third choice. It's like, don't move, a way out, or grab the jacket and prove I want to live, or grab the artifact and prove I want to live. Um, so these things are very efficacious for that and getting you out of that. I mean, you're talking about drip feeding your way out of like a multi-year psychosis, but if you don't have something to drip feed yourself, like who knows what's going to happen, man. So I just wanted to show this technique because it was beneficial to me. Again, you can even just look up like a symbol. What is the pagan symbol for longevity, or whatever ethnicity your background is? Look up that symbol for longevity and get one of those and keep it near you. And you know you don't have to do headstands on it or turn it into a jacket, but whatever you can do to have something to give yourself a third option, so it's not just lay here and wait to become nothing, or option we don't talk about. And then you get the third option: prove to myself I want to be here. And you don't have to conquer the whole universe to prove you got to be here. You just got to reach for that one thing and then hold it dearly and tightly and use it. Just keep reminding yourself by grabbing that thing. All right, so there you have it. There's a simple technique to help you hopefully feng shui some deeper depressions and or psychoses that you may get yourself into. I see we are heading into like it seems like a kind of a deeper mental health crisis in this country. So if you know anybody suffering, please share this with them, or any of the other depression videos, the emergency psych video, psych issue video. And then the five yogas, of course, are very preventative to these things. So that also helps a lot. And doing those things help too. I did say I'd mention some mantras. So, there's a couple things you can do. One, Amitabha is a good long life mantra. I can't, Nam Gyoma or Yushnisha Vijaya is another one. And actually, those two work together with Terra as like a longevity team. So if you're doing all three of those, I think I have one of those on here. I can put the others on in a little bit, but yeah, and just being able to sit down and maybe just do it 3 times or even just once. You roll over. You're not real functional because you're that far down, and you can just let out one long life mantra into the all that is that can't be understood, and it can hear you, and take it from there. One mantra at a time, one reach for an artifact at a time, one day at a time, 1 minute at a time, whatever it takes to get through to the end, naturally, is I think what any of us with mental health issues or, PTSD, I don't want to call it mental health issues, processing issues. There's so many things not understood in this existence that can cause doubt and fear. So, we just being able to feng shui those things and finding ways to deal with that is all I'm really talking about here. So, let's see. I covered everything for longevity mantra wise. Um, yeah, because the 5 yogas will, the reason why I do the 5 yogas, especially Sun He Gong and Sa Lung, is to make sure that I have another day. And that's another one that you can kind of do for yourself. I have the minimal standard of Sun He Gong and Sa Lung. I have to do this. I want to be here another day. I'm doing this thing that takes me 30 minutes to prove to myself I want to be here another day. And I'll redo another one for Sun He Gong. But if you're not familiar, the best tutorial is the very first video I ever made, or second video. It was very important when I first realized what it was capable of achieving, psychologically, physiologically, in a very efficacious manner. All right. Other than that, you can always make up your own mantras if you need to repeat something over and over again. I had a really good one once. I am not strong enough to help my parents yet. That is how I dealt with the extreme abuse and manipulations that caused a very core of my depression. Just I'm not strong enough to help my parents yet. I'm not strong enough to help my parents yet. I'm not strong enough to help my parents yet. And pick yourself up while you say it. Don't let yourself go down while you say it. You know. But yeah, so that's what you got. That's my best offer on depression. And again, I want to thank everybody. And again, guys, you got to remember, this is how you convert poison to useful energy for spreading the truth, or the way, whatever you're into. I've had so many people tell me how terribly horrible and disgusting my jacket is, and it reminded me to make this video for you guys to make sure that you have a quicker way out with less suffering than me. Hopefully, you can find this video before you have to figure this out on your own or before it's too late. You know, so there you have it. Peace and blessings. Best mental health to you. Again, take care of yourselves. Always start. It's always good to have an actual like contact. I do talk to somebody when I have these situations and issues. So it is good to have somebody as like an anchor in those settings. If you don't have anybody in your life, the most states and counties provide something or somebody. So make sure you utilize that. Most counties have crisis lines. I'm always here. I can't say that I'm always gonna. I mean, if somebody's messaging me on my YouTube channel because they're suffering, I'm obviously gonna do what I can. All right, so there you have it. Um, I wish you the best and peace and blessings. Thanks for stopping by. And remember, convert that poison to usable energy every time. It may be a hideous jacket to others, but it just became a depression cure or treatment for people who needed to hear this. And I obviously needed to say this. So thank you for your time.